Hey, Kate. Hope you're doing well. Congrats to your marriage with Jack. I know you two did not have a wedding ceremony and just registered your marriage legally, but since now you two are officially a married couple, I want you to start helping out with the family, which you are now a member of. I know it won't be easy, but you have to put in what you can. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Lacey. This is all new to me, and it's my first time being a wife and a daughter-in-law, but I will try my best to be a good one. Actually, I really wanted to have the wedding first before registering our marriage. But Jack insisted that we become a legally married couple first, and here we are. And speaking of our wedding, do you have any suggestions on when we should do it? I asked him if there are certain dates when he wants to do it, and he told me to just ask for your opinion.
Wedding ceremony? My gosh, Kate. We are not in the early 2000s anymore. You know, not many people care about that anymore. I mean, a small one would suffice, and you know small weddings are getting popular nowadays. You are way younger, and yet you do not know these things. But anyway, yeah, I get it. COVID really messed up a lot of social event styles for everyone, but let's just skip a wedding for now. I don't want to invite people and get them sick. Just stick with what you did so far with the marriage registration and finish it with that. I think that's good enough. Also, you can just have a wedding later after you guys have kids.
Lacey, it's kind of weird to do it that way because of the order. It's not like I am getting pregnant out of wedlock, so I kind of don't want a wedding after giving birth. Also, my parents are really excited for my wedding. They have been looking forward to it. And ever since I was a little girl, I always dreamt of wearing a beautiful wedding dress and walking down the aisle to my husband. So anyway, should I just go ahead and reserve a wedding hall for my wedding? Would that be okay?
Didn't I already tell you? Just skip this whole wedding thing. There's no need for it. I mean, look at him. He has been a loner for the past 10 years and on top of that, jobless. I'm surprised he found you. If you go through with the wedding, I would be so ashamed to invite my relatives and tell them what he has been up to. I am just so embarrassed of him, to be honest, so there's no way I am inviting anyone from my side if you have the wedding. Anyway, just give up the idea of having a wedding ceremony and never bring it up with me again.
A loner? And jobless? He has been jobless. What are you talking about? But Jack 100% has a job and makes a very good salary.
Oh yes, of course. Of course, my wonderful son Jack graduated from an elite college and is working at a big company. But the other ugly duckling, the other son that I unluckily have, Zach, I am talking about him.
To be honest, I don't think that's a valid enough reason to not have a wedding. Plus, if that's the reason, we'll never get to have one. I just don't see how that has something to do with me wanting to have a wedding ceremony with my now husband.
My gosh, do you not know about it? I really don't know how to tell you this, but by any chance, did you think that you registered your marriage with Jack?
Yes, of course I got married to him. Who else will I get married to then? I have been dating Jack this entire time, and we even went together to the city hall to register our marriage.
My goodness, Kate. You are being funny right now. Did you really not notice what's going on here? You're not being serious, right? Do you really think you can get married to someone like Jack? You are nothing compared to him. I am laughing so much right now that my stomach hurts. Oh, you are funny, Kate. All that Jack did was go with you to the city hall. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. But in reality, the name that's on that paper is my other son, Zach. Did you really not know?
What? Is that true, Lacey? What kind of nonsense are you talking about? Is that even possible?
Yes, of course. Nothing is impossible, you know. Both of my sons are twins, so they are basically like one person. They look almost identical, so instead of Zach, Jack just did all the paperwork for your marriage license while you were actually seeing Zach all this time. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe this is happening! Lacey, you know that's illegal, right? Not only did you guys scam me, basically, but you also forged paperwork to a legal body. You know I can sue you for that, right?
All that Jack did was assist you with the paperwork and wrote Zach's name on there because Zach has social disabilities and cannot make decisions on his own. So Jack did all the signatures. How is this a crime? He just helped his brother get married. That's all. So how are you going to sue us? This is more or less a family issue and not something you can butt in.
You tricked me! In what world does this even make sense? I've been dating Jack, not Zach. So why should I marry the person I haven't been dating? I really don't understand why I have to deal with this. I understand you guys have family issues and you're embarrassed of your own son, but I should not be a part of this mess because I did not do anything wrong to you guys.
Well, I really just wanted to find another home for my son who all these years has not been doing anything useful or meaningful. I want to kick him out because he is basically disabled. That's the truth. All he does is play on his computer and he barely steps out the house. He couldn't even finish high school and had to drop out. And ever since then, he has been like a parasite at my house. Just leeching off for food and staying at home without contributing anything to do with the family. So I strategized and thought of finding him a woman that he could get married to so I can kick him out and he can be her responsibility. I thought that if I did that, he would get back to his senses and start to grow up. But that obviously isn't the case. Because, duh, who would want to marry someone like him? Who is a good-for-nothing guy? He literally has no skills and no job. It would be like finding a needle in a haystack when trying to find a girl for him. So I came up with a really good idea. I told my other son to seduce a girl who he can pair with Zach. I told Jack that if he successfully gets Zach a girl who can become his wife, that I would give him $5,000. And it did not take him long to find you. I mean, it's only been, what? Like half a year? And soon after, you and Zach became a legally married couple. I always knew Jack would be able to do that for me because he is very capable. Just like me. He is capable of everything, just like his mother.
Lacey, are you being serious right now? Is this all true? This sounds like a really good plot for a drama, though. I can't believe something like this is happening to me right now. This is something that only happens in movies. Do you really think I can't bring this thing up to the higher court and get your family punished?
Kate, you make it sound like we kidnapped you and forced you to sign those marriage papers. You easily fell for my handsome and amazing son after he seduced you. You were the one who kept going after him. So why are you blaming me for this? You yourself listened to him. You should have known from the beginning. Jack works for a really big company and earning good money while all you do is work for some random family business. Do you really think he would choose you as his wife? Sure, you can dream big, but keep it realistic. You can't just wish for a fairy tale and expect it to happen in real life.
Lacey, do you really think I will let you off easily after tricking me into this mess? I will file for immediate annulment of my marriage, and I will sue your family for forgery of documents.
Both my sons pretty much look the same, so why does it matter which one you get married to? Ah, yes, of course, Jack is the much better son, but still. Are you seriously gonna go through all the hoops of dirtying your legal records and becoming a divorcee? Isn't it better and way easier to just accept it and live with Zach? As for Jack, I will make sure he meets a woman who is more towards his level and not someone like you. And you should just take Zach, try to live with him, and make him into a person. You and Zach are pretty much on the same level, so why don't you two just live together? I finally kicked him out from the house, so please just take him in and leave me alone. Now that he is your husband legally, he is now your responsibility. You know that, right?
You know that the temperature dropped to below 0 tonight, right? It is so inhumane to be doing this to your son, Lacey. Yet you still decided to kick out your son in this cold and leave him freezing with no place to go? Are you really his mom? No true mother with a heart would ever do this to her own son. I understand you really dislike him, but he is still your own son, you know? How can you do this to your own son who you carried in your womb for 9 months? They say that all parents always cherish and care for their child no matter what. But it seems that that is not applicable to you. I mean, do you not care about him freezing or what? He is your real son, right? You're just so heartless. I mean, he doesn't even need to be your son to know not to kick him out when there's a blizzard outside.
Kate, do you think that I would do this to him if he became a decent person? Of course I would not. But even though him and Jack are twins, he could barely do half the things that Jack easily does. It almost does not make any sense. Zach is approaching 30, yet he has just been stuck at home all these years and is basically like a parasite at home. He has not done anything for us at all.
Lacey, he is your own son. Does he have to contribute or give you something just to be treated like your own son? Shouldn't you just love your own children as they are, no matter what they do in life? Must they always live up to the pressure that you put on them?
Kate, you talk as if you ever gave birth and raised your own child. You have no rights to be telling me how to be a mother. There are only 2 ways one's children can give back to their parents. One way is when they actually give you back the blessings that you gave to them since they were born, and the other is when they don't give back anything at all, but instead become a menace. And that's exactly what is going on with my 2 sons. One is giving me back more than what I have given him, and the other is just living like a parasite. Zach has always been very rebellious since he was younger, and he is very picky and fussy about everything. It was hard to deal with him. I mean, he could barely finish high school, and has no skill to save his life so he can get a job. He is a good-for-nothing trash, so there is no way I will ever think of him as my son. So now that you are legally married to him, he is all yours. It's all up to you what you do with him. I don't care what you do. He is your husband, so do whatever you want. If you don't find and take him in, he will just starve and freeze to death in this cold weather. If you don't want to be a widow at your young age, hurry up and go save your husband from dying. You got that? Did you seriously sue us, Kate? I can't believe that you are willing to go through the hardship of involving the court in all of this. Didn't I already tell you that it is simply a family matter and not something that should be legally disputed? Why are you suing my son for forgery of documents? If this somehow spreads to his workplace, are you going to take responsibility for Jack's achievements at work if this messes up his legal records?
Why should I be responsible for any of that? That's none of my business.
What did you just say?
Why would a jobless person have to worry about his work achievements getting messed up? You said the son that I married is jobless, right?
Huh? Jobless?
Oh, shoot, Lacey. Did you really not know? You are so nosy, yet you do not know about any of this? Well, let me be the one to tell you the truth. Get ready, okay? Your son, Jack, that you are so proud of, is actually jobless. You really didn't know?
What nonsense are you talking about? I think you got them mixed up. Jack graduated from an elite university and is working a big boy job. How dare you lie to me about something like that? There's no way any of that is true. I bet you are making all of this up because you want to get back at me.
Well, I didn't say that he didn't go to that elite school, nor did I say he didn't work at some big company. Those are true, but true in the past. He started working at a big company 5 years ago, and because he had work troubles and couldn't get along with his boss, he quit that place in less than a year. He said that he has also been jobless for about 4 years now. Did you not know?
What? That can't be true! Oh my goodness! There's just no way! It does not make sense at all! Jack has been giving me $2,000 every month for my allowance for 4 years now, and he did not miss a month. That's a lot of money to just be giving to me every single month. How is he able to do that if he isn't working and earning the money that I thought he has been earning?
Well, that money has actually been coming from his other brother's pocket, believe it or not. He has been jobless for a while since he quit his job, but he did not want to be labeled as jobless. He wanted to maintain his image as someone who graduated from some good college and worked at some top company. So he's been receiving money from his brother and pretending that it's his own money. Do you see what's happening here? Your son that you love oh so dearly has been lying to you about everything.
There's no way. That's a lie. Jack would never do any of that. He always tells me the truth and would never betray me like this.
You are just very greedy and one-sided, so it's hard for you to accept the truth after you made up a narrative that fed your selfishness. He knew that you would be ashamed of him if you knew that he has been jobless, even though he graduated from a top university. I mean, you would make it so obvious to him that he is a disappointment, so he avoided telling you the truth. He knew how you are because of how you treated his other twin brother. He saw your true colors based on how you have been treating Zach. Zach did not do well in school and was not the type that you would boast about because you always pressured them into satisfying your greediness and having these super amazing sons instead of just being a supportive and loving mother. I mean, for God's sake, you wouldn't even give Zach any food if he rebelled against you. So knowing that you are that kind of mother made Jack afraid of what you'd do to him. All Jack did was protect himself from his evil and greedy mother. And Jack knew that because he experienced that firsthand and he did not want his twin brother to go through what he suffered because of their mother. Zach wanted to help out his brother and let at least him live a better life than he did.
What exactly are you talking about, Kate? How do you know all these things that I have never heard about? They are my sons. Why do you know more than I do? And who are you to be giving me lessons in how to be a good mom?
Lacey, you don't even care to understand your son's feelings or listen to them. Do you really have the rights to call yourself a mother?
Zach dropped out from high school and has just been staying at home for 10 years. How in the world does he have an extra $2,000 to give to Jack so Jack can give to me? That's impossible.
Ever since he was younger, Zach felt alone and ostracized by his classmates. He could not get along with anybody, so he was basically a loner. He was bullied and couldn't take it anymore, so he dropped out of high school. But he was only jobless for 2 years since he dropped out. After that, he found his passion in computer games and honed his skills. Then, he became a pro gamer and won many competitions with hefty awards. He became very well known in the video and computer gaming community and has been earning a lot through his hobby. Zach saw how depressed Jack was because you always boasted about him and he couldn't bear to disappoint you with someone who is jobless. Zach wanted his twin brother Jack to keep living up to your expectations, so he helped him out however he could.
If Zach really cared about his twin brother like that, why would he sue him? Does the brother who really cares like that want his sibling to have a criminal record? Where is that idiot Zach? Tell him to hurry up and come meet me. Right now. He has been lying to me this entire time, and now he is willing to sue his own brother. Tell him to come see me because I am about to give him a good life lesson.
Lacey, do you still think of Zach as this little boy who you can control as if he can't make his own decisions? He is a grown adult now, you know. And sorry to tell you this, but Zach will never return to your house nor see you ever again. He said he wants to cut ties with a so-called mother like you and a brother who only cares to live up to your expectations. He is done with it all.
What? What are you now? Are you his lawyer or something? Who are you to be butting in our family business? You have no position to be in between all this. You should not be interfering in any of this. And since Zach is not actually a jobless piece of trash, are you now trying to be on his side now that you know he actually makes good money? You are such a fake person.
Oh, how did you know that's what I'm doing, Lacey? Since that night you kicked Zach out, I gotta talk to him and spend some time with him. And he is actually a much better person than your other son. He is handsome, and he is so good at his profession as a gamer. He is not lacking anything. So of course I fell for him and his charms.
What? Are you two living together now, or what?
Did you forget during that night when you kicked him out and it was heavily snowing outside? And you told me that since he is technically my husband, that I should find him and bring him home. I did as you said, and I let him stay in the extra room at my apartment. We got to talk and get to know each other since then. And we slowly developed feelings for each other.
So that means that you two are living a pretty good life in such a short amount of time, right? If that's the case, shouldn't you be thankful to Jack instead of stabbing him behind his back and suing him?
I guess I can be thankful to Jack for bringing me and Zach together. But that's all I can do. Going as far as not suing him is something that you want because you are just so greedy. I blocked his number already and I'm about to block yours, so please don't try to contact us because we really don't want anything to do with you guys anymore. If you really want to talk to us, please talk to our lawyer. After all that happened, I sued Jack for forgery and basically scamming me into marrying a totally different person. As for Zach, I have been getting to know him more and our feelings for each other are growing stronger. He is a very quiet person and keeps to himself, but it's because he has always been introverted because of how his mother treated him when he was a kid, and the image she would impose on him as someone who is incapable of anything. Although we are not officially a couple yet or anything, we are very good friends who have deep interest for each other, and we are just taking things slowly. We both agree that it will develop into something better, but for now, we are just enjoying the simplicity of getting to know each other. Meanwhile, Lacey has not been getting the $2,000 monthly allowance anymore and has been trying to get Zach to give her even just $1,000 per month. But Zach also cut ties with her and blocked her from any form of communication. And her and Jack have been blaming each other for what went wrong because of the evil plot they came up with. Eventually, even Jack ran away and left her house, and now Lacey has been working as a housekeeper to earn some money to survive. As they say, the fruit does not fall too far from the tree. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.